Hello guys, Wayne here and welcome back into Wayne's World for our second video on F1 2022, another time round with the online multiplayer lobbies. Now if you do enjoy Formula 1 content, we will be uploading regular online multiplayer lobbies to the channel, considering hitting that subscribe button and liking the video if you do enjoy what you see. First time out in this video, we are going to qualify in pole position at Silverstone. We do love Silverstone on this channel. Obviously it's one of my favorite personal racetracks and we seem to go well on F1 22, and as we'll see here, 5 red lights and away we go. We get away cleanly at the start. We manage to make sure we don't get into any dramas, as sometimes with these lobbies it's very easy to do so. A lot of people are incredibly aggressive, as you can see just behind us. Itchweed 94 very deep on the brakes there, nearly making contact with the back of our car, but we manage to get away and we're already over a second ahead of second place, and that is how it's going to stay for us in the lead until the middle of lap 3, where all of a sudden second place started gaining on us at a considerable pace. I don't know whether it was the battery, maybe they were saving it a lot better than we were, but they're within DRS range now. It's half a second, and if you know Silverstone and you know Formula 1 22, the game, you know just how powerful the DRS is around here. As we defend the inside line, he tries to go around the outside. That compromises our exit heading into the start finish straight, and we are a little bit concerned here because we are being caught at a very fast pace, but we're still in the lead. Lap 5, can we keep our cool? Can we keep our composure? Although he is still in the DRS range, we are managing things quite nicely so far, and thankfully coming towards the end of the race, our opponent in second place kind of bottles it a little bit and goes wide, and we can coast home now through the rest of the final lap of this race. We're now 2 seconds in front. Don't make any mistakes, don't spin, don't crash, Wayne, and you've got yourself another victory at Silverstone. We can bring it home nicely in front of the home fans. They're not only here for Lewis Hamilton, they're here for us on the channel as well. As I said, Silverstone, one of my favorite tracks in the F1 calendar, not only in the game, just in general. It always brings about fantastic racing, as we saw this year with Hamilton, Leclerc, Perez. That was some brilliant racing. As we come round the final corner and heading into the start finish straight, 4 seconds clear in front, and we take the checkered flag. And Great Britain, that one was for you, as we got a victory in race number 1 of this episode. And not only that, our safety rating goes from a C to a B, which is fantastic. We're still in silver rank though, which we need to improve. Second race out then, we are in Hungary, and our safety rating may take a battering here because it is in the wet. Not only is Hungary quite tricky with online lobbies as it is, but in the wet people seem to lose their minds, and we tiptoe around turn 1 trying to avoid all contact. As we can see, there's contact in front and somebody's gone spinning, and in about 3 seconds someone gets yeeted into the wall. That we don't want to be us, so we are being careful where we can. On the outside there's a bit of an aggressive move there, fair play to him. We had to bail out of the throttle a little bit just to leave the space, because again, I want to make sure I get to the checkered flag. I don't necessarily care about going man for man in the first lap of this race. We're starting to come to terms with the conditions a little bit, and I feel like we're good under braking, and we're saying that 6th place does brake a lot earlier than we do, and we've now got wing damage heading into the final 4 laps of this race. Are we able to maintain this position? Do we have to box in? I'm not too sure. There seems to be a glitch on this game at the minute where unfortunately you get some wing damage, or maybe fortunately, depending. Let me know in the comments if you think it's a good thing or a bad thing. You get some wing damage in an online lobby and it doesn't seem to affect your performance whatsoever. As you can see here, the right hand side of the front wing is damaged, but we're keeping up with 5th place quite nicely, and we can see a train up until P2. Can we start making our move now? Again, we're being quite tentative because people on F1 22, these lobbies are incredibly aggressive. Can we get into turn one of these positions is in front of us. There is a battle for P4. We're going to try and follow through here, but we're going to break a little bit early. As you can see, Eric has gone wide and he's lost the position in P4, and that battle will continue here towards the end of lap 2, where we're going to be brave under braking and try to go down the inside. There's a little bit of contact, nothing too major, but we make sure we leave him the space on that left hand side. Going around the final 2 turns, then we're still leaving him space. He tries to cut in front of us, so we have to take sort of diversion action. And in front of us here, we nearly lose it when somebody in front of us has a huge accident. 2 cars, in fact, have a massive accident, and we've suddenly gone from P6 to P4, and now we are solely racing for a podium. P2 and P1 are long gone. Can we secure the 3rd step on the podium in these tricky conditions? And we're doing quite well to keep up with Eric in P3 at the moment. Still got this wing damage, but as I said, it doesn't seem to affect us so far. We're taking a narrower line. Does it force him across? Yes, it does. That means his exit has been a little bit compromised. If we can now get onto the power a little bit earlier than him down the start finish straight and maybe a little bit of slipstream, can we get him into turn 1? We've seen him go wide already in a battle for position. Can we force him into a mistake? We brake early, he brakes very late, and we knew exactly what he was going to do. He misread the conditions completely, and that's an easy move for us up into P3, and hopefully maybe we can get lucky with maybe a crash, or maybe there's a little bit of an incident. P2, P1, if there's some wet patches on the track that they misjudge. No, it wasn't to be, but a comfortable podium finish for us. Good start to the episode so far. A win at Silverstone and a P3 at Hungary. We can't be too mad at that whatsoever. And not only that, not only do we get a comfortable P3, but because we started in 10th place, we also get ourselves a cheeky driver of the day as well. So that deserves a like, if anything. Still in silver rank, and our safety rating did take a little bit of a nosedive there, down to 73% from 80. But we're still on the upwards, and the final race of the episode is in Monza. Lights out, away we go. We get a clean start. But you know how narrow things can be at turn 1 at Monza. We just need to be careful here and avoid all contact. So we take a little bit of a wide line as the guy in P2 cuts across the corner. Surprised he didn't get a penalty there. You may have also noticed we got some contact behind us as well. Thankfully, it didn't come to anything, and coming towards the end of lap number 1, we are gaining on P2 here nicely, down to 7/10 of a second. We seem to have the much better straight line speed. Are we able to make a move here before the DRS is open? Already down to half a second. We are rapid in the slipstream, still gaining around the outside before the corner. Let's make sure there's no naughty business there. We've gone a bit wide, we have to cover it off. He tries to switch back, but we've defended it quite nicely, but his exit is better than ours, and he's now trying to go around the outside. We defend it quite well while still leaving him some space, and we manage to keep hold of P2. Now we're 1.7 seconds behind P1, as again we're being challenged for P2 down the inside. We had to cover it off. We've defended it quite nicely as well. There's not really a clear passing position there. We want to start looking forward and looking ahead, and in this battle for P2 we managed to lose some time to Ghost Frosty out in front, who has set the fastest lap of the race, only on lap 1 though. I'm sure we can do our best to reduce that gap. We're getting warnings for track limits as we struggle around that corner there, and our straight line speed is going to bail us out because of the poor exit from the corner. We nearly get overtaken for P2, and we have to power down and run away. Our setup is very straight line speed heavy, whereas P3 seems to be nicely set up for the corners, and DRS is now open. Thankfully, we have got our straight line speed to kind of bail us out and get us away, hopefully, from DRS range. As we move on to lap number 3, there's another attempt at an overtake here, and this is really starting to compromise our race. P1 is running away with it out in front. We're just defending for our lives, which means we're kind of going offline, and it's affecting our entrance and exits into most of the corners. We don't seem to be doing that well in pulling away, but we'll now start to see, you might have noticed the yellow flag. P1 had a little bit of an incident, and we've reduced it by a second, and we're still reducing. I don't know if he went off track, maybe he spun, but we're now down to 1.1 seconds for P1, and you can notice it's now AI as well. You can just see it next to the name bar as we nearly lose the car around that corner. We're closing on P1 whilst also defending P3. The three-way battle is going to turn into for the lead on lap number 3. We will get some DRS here, we should do anyway, and we are half a second behind Ghost Frosty, who's now taking it back. It was AI, it's no longer AI anymore, but all momentum has been lost with Ghost Frosty, and we have taken the lead here into turn 1. But there's a little bit of an issue as there's contact behind us. We've not hit the brakes. Ghost Frosty is spun. We've luckily managed to come away with no damage, still in P1, but we're still being hassled by the guy now in P2 who's been on our tail for all of the race, and he has a better exit again from the corner. He tries to go down the inside of us. No can do on this occasion, but with DRS we're going to have to be careful. Can we keep our bottle? It's lap number 4. We seem to have the speed, as in the background you see PRC. He's gone into the wall. Rest in peace to that guy. It's been a tough trip into the wall, but we wish him the very, very best. Hopefully see you in a lobby again sometime. As we now come towards the end of lap number 4, and we've bottled it. We've absolutely bottled it. I can't believe it. We had an easy win in our grasp, and we've bottled it, and now we're down to P5 from a winning position. This race has almost had everything. A guy has sent it straight into the wall, a three-way battle for the lead. When up ahead, yellow flags, what's happened? 2 more cars have sent it into the wall. We've now snuck through from P5 back into P3. We're back into the podium. Honestly, where's Crofty for these scenes? This is a madness of a race. We're on the podium again, and that bottle job is going to bring about the end of this episode. We got a win, we got a 3rd place, and then we choked away probably one of the easiest wins we could have had on this game. But we live and learn. Our safety rating has gone up, and hopefully we're a step closer to going above the silver rank as well. If you have enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new around here for more Formula 1 22 content. I'm Wayne, welcome to Wayne's World, and I'll see you for the next video.